What you might hear on the Dad podcast can be considered offensive. We will have explicit content. You have been warned. Proceed with caution.
Titty!
You're listening to the Dad Podcast.
Let's get started.
Fuck those little kids. What up, my little peoples? So I want to start this episode by apologizing for missing last episode. We had a little, well, if you listen to the episode, the last one we had out, we had a little throwdown. I don't know.
Convenience.
Yeah, and so we didn't record last week, which I'm not happy about, but whatever. Here we are. I got me and the two minions who think they're smarter than me, but they're not.
Wait, hold up. Are we recording our podcast?
No, you're too lazy for that. We're recording mine.
I thought we were recording ours.
This is the Dad Podcast, bro. So start off, Riley's in football now. Huh? Mm-hmm. What's your position?
Right tackle, left guard, or right guard.
Right guard.
And I think right tackle on defense.
On defense, you played nose tackle today.
Well, that's when we're practicing offense.
Yeah.
When we're switching.
Maybe one of these days, Bug will come watch a practice or a game.
No, they're
They're
so boring.
Alyssa, they're so much better than
Yeah,
last time, though.
the very first practice you went to wasn't a real practice. Now they actually do stuff.
I don't care.
And people get injured.
Also, onto a better football topic. First day of the NFL season. Whoop whoop. That's unnecessary. Yeah, I was watching the Rams game. I was like this, holding my phone up like this to block the sun, which is, sorry. Let me watch the Rams game while Riley was playing. He thought I was filming him. I'm like, no, I'm watching the football game.
Wow.
Also, on football day, I kept getting shoved and doing ground backflips.
And he whined about it the whole way home.
No, I didn't. I said I was having fun with that.
They pushed me over. The mean boys knocked me down. That's what he said on the way home.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Anyways, how's school been for you guys? What are we,
I guess.
4 weeks in, 3 weeks in? What are we in?
5.
5 weeks in already. Mm-hmm. Damn, your teachers hate you guys. Don't ever give you summer, huh?
Your toes sticking out.
I know. I got on both sides. I got wide feet. It happens.
I got big feet.
So
Not as big as Dad's, though.
let's start off with some sad news tonight.
What?
The Queen died.
Queen Elizabeth has passed away.
Well,
She
that
died
wasn't
in '96.
tonight. That was this evening.
Dad, I looked
That was
it up.
this morning. She passed away. Well, I guess
She
evening
passed
there.
away around 12, actually. I think.
12 here, but that's like 6 or 7 over there.
Dad. I looked it up a couple hours ago. Queen Elizabeth was, well, I guess not queen anymore. But,
No, she's still Queen Elizabeth.
well, for now.
Long live the Queen. She'll always be the Queen.
Queen Elizabeth was queen for 70 years and 7 months before she died.
And
Right.
she's 96.
She
She
was,
was. She's dead.
is, whatever. I know she's not reigning anymore. She was the longest ruling,
What happened to
reigning,
your arm?
mud, dirt,
Ah.
grease, everything. The longest ruling queen, or as they say, even monarch, in the history of it. Like, nobody has ruled for 70 plus years. She was 25 when her dad, the last king, passed away. So over 70 years. So anybody who's alive today, unless they are over 70, has never known of anybody else running the UK other than Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, they said the longest ruling British monarch will be remembered for the leading
And
United
Dad,
Kingdom through
first at the very beginning of the year, Betty White died.
Right.
And now, Queen Elizabeth.
Now, what's crazy is, even though everybody, we all knew she's 96. We knew it was coming. She was going to die eventually.
Plus, she was very sick.
But just like Betty White, you just don't think
so
it's going to happen.
sad.
You know what I mean? It's just, holy crap, the Queen's dead? No way.
Betty White was literally, it was she died a week before her 100th birthday.
So the Queen Elizabeth, the Queen of England, she lived through, and I guess not only lived through, but served as the Queen, as the monarch, through 14 different U.S. presidents. She had met and dealt with 13 of those 14. All right, there was 7 different popes, and she had 15 different prime ministers. Her very first prime minister might be a name you guys heard in history, maybe not yet, Winston Churchill. Okay, So you'll hear about, you will learn about Winston Churchill. Now, he was the first prime minister when she became queen. She didn't appoint him, but he was the prime minister at the time. The prime minister that she just appointed 2 days ago was born 101 years after Winston Churchill. Kind of crazy, huh? Mm-hmm. So the 14 presidents, we'll see how many of these you guys even know the name yet, that she had known. Harry Truman.
He sounds familiar, but...
He was president from 1949 to 1953.
Oh, yeah. In, like, 4th or 5th grade, I did a research project on him.
Okay. Then Dwight Eisenhower, 53 to 61.
He sounds familiar, too.
No, he doesn't.
John F. Kennedy,
I know him.
Yeah, I know
61
him.
to 63. Lyndon B. Johnson,
I know him.
63 to 60 or 63 to 73. Richard Nixon.
Nope.
Oh, I'm sorry, to 65. Richard Nixon was 65 to 73.
Yeah, no, I don't know him.
Gerald Ford,
I know him.
Jimmy Carter.
Sounds familiar.
He was president when I was born. 77 to 81.
I probably heard of him. Then.
Ronald Reagan, 81 to 89.
I think I've heard of him.
So him and the Queen actually became really good friends. They used to ride horses together, and that was pretty cool. I was learning about all this today. George Bush Sr.,
I heard of him, of course.
89 to 93. Bill Clinton,
Of course, him.
George W. Bush,
Of course.
Barack Obama,
Of course.
he who shall not be named, and Joe Biden. Those are the 14 presidents. She met all of them except for Truman. She was only queen for a year before he was no longer president. So she was still pretty much just getting into it.
Wait.
What?
I did not realize 96 years ago is 1926.
Yeah.
She's old.
Yeah, she was born in 1926.
Do you know her birthday, though?
No, I
April 21st.
awesome. Yeah, no, I don't know her birthday. It's not like we're best friends. I didn't like send her presents or call her, "Happy birthday, Queenie." No. So again, the 7 popes: Pius, John Paul II, Benedict, and Pope Francis, who is the current one. All of those. I mean, popes go forever too. Pope John Paul Pope Paul the Sixth was Pope for 15 years. Let's see. Pius was 19 years. Benedict he was only 8 years. John Paul II, he started in 78 and was done in 2005. So I'm just trying to like put out like a timeline here. Like she was, 70 years, people live past 70 years. Grandma Jane's older than 70. So Grandma Jane's probably the only person we know right now who was around before she was Queen of England, who was around when her dad was King of England. So something else I found out today, which it makes no sense to me. It's so weird how they do this, is the order. All right. So she was the queen. Next in line. So now she's passed away. Now it is
Charles.
King Charles III.
Which
Okay.
is...
Long live the king. So next in line is his oldest son, Prince William. Now, even though he has a brother, Prince Harry is like 7th in line. All of William's kids are in line before Prince Harry.
Why?
Right? Or how about Charles's younger brother or Charles's sister? He has younger siblings. Why wouldn't they come before Prince William? I don't know how they do it or how it's like... so it seems like, okay, the oldest child, I guess, so because she was the queen, she was the daughter of the king, her husband wasn't king. He wasn't king of England. I guess, in a sense, even though he died, it didn't matter. If she would have died first, he would not be the king. Prince Charles would have taken over as king because he just married into it. He's the first lady of England. Do you get what I'm saying? So he wasn't the royalty, so he would not have. I believe this is how it goes. I was trying to read up on it because I don't know. We don't have monarchs. We don't have cool shit here in the United States.
No, we're not.
We vote in
enough.
idiots. We like people to make us look stupid. So,
It's not hard to make us look stupid.
how crazy is it to have the leader of your country be in position for over 70 years? And not only that long, and she was loved by everybody.
I mean, she's a nice lady.
But I'm just saying, like, to be the ruler of the country and loved by everybody, I don't think we've ever in the history of presidents, had one of our presidents be loved by everybody.
Oh, no.
I think, there's always been, which is fine. You don't have to love them, but how crazy is that? That she has that kind of following. I don't know how well her son will do. I don't know a whole lot about him. Obviously, they trained for this from birth. He's been being groomed to be the king from birth. Now, the downside, whether he's good, he could be downside, good side, whatever. He's 73 already.
I know, he waited over 70 years.
He's and I don't know how well his health is. I don't know if he's going to make it to 20 or to 96 years old. He might only be the king for 10 years. Who knows? I mean, he's not young. Mm-hmm. So, obviously, we will all be alive to see Prince William take over as king. But it's crazy. So,
well, you might not. I'm just joking.
Look, you little twat knuckle. Even if he lives 23 more years, I'll still be alive.
But you'll be 60.
I'll still be allowed to see. Oh, I do my back now. That's what happens. That's what happens when you're a furniture mover. Your back hurts.
Haven't you been a furniture mover for like over 20-something years?
Yeah, it's been about 23 years. I mean,
why
I had
do
a few
you like
little.
that job so much?
I like building furniture. I like creating. I like fixing, touching up. I don't want to carry it in the house anymore. I liked it when I was younger. Good way to stay in shape. Carry a 300-pound sofa up 2 flights of stairs. It happens.
Good way to get calf muscle. Oh, whatever.
Calf?
And arm muscle.
Calf. Like a baby cow. Calf.
Baby cows are so cute.
Dipshit. There's no such thing as a calf.
So Dad's gonna be grumpy the whole time. Good job, Dad.
It happens. So I want to know your guys' feelings on the Queen. I mean, obviously you're young. You still don't know a whole lot about anything going on over there. You don't learn really about the UK, but you guys have known of Queen Elizabeth. You've seen her. Stop, please. You've seen her. You've heard about her. How do you feel about her being
dead?
Yeah.
2 tears.
More
tears. Just 2 tears first.
I'm happy to see someone else being king and queen, but like.
Why are you happy? She's done a great job. Why are you happy to see somebody else?
Not like that. I mean, like.
It's fucking rude, dude.
No, not like in a rude way,
Disrespectful
disrespectful way or whatever. Like, I don't know. Some people gotta move on at some time, It's just.
True.
Happens.
But how would you feel if Charles steps up now? He gets to rearrange what everybody is.
Oh my God.
Now, how would you feel if he's just a douche nozzle and he screws everything up for the UK?
Wait, Dad. So in INS today, or history, we were talking about monarchies, and she decided that we were going to talk about monarchies before everyone found out Queen Elizabeth died. And so our must-do was, do you think monarchies should exist in 2022? And she said, if you say yes, explain why. If you say no, explain why. And if you're in the middle, just give your explanation. Mm-hmm. And I was in the middle because, I feel like it would be a bit easier because we don't get to vote who the monarchy is. It's just they were born into it. So they will obviously take over when they need to. So I was in the middle. I'm like, it might be better than presidents now, but what if they're terrible people and do a terrible job and don't know how to do it? So that's why I was in the middle, because it could be a good thing, but if they're terrible at it or a terrible person, then it could be a bad thing.
I get what you're saying about it could be a good thing, because then we don't have to worry about voting and all this crap that has been going on for the last few years about people trying to say there's fraud and trying to cause issues. I do get that. But then, I'm on the same way. What if they are horrible? What if they are like he who shall not be named? What Voldemort? If they run their country that way?
Voldemort?
No. Close. But a leader of our country. Mm-hmm. Right?
Voldemort.
Yes. Okay, we'll go with that. What if the guy who took over is like that? Then you're stuck with him until he dies. Mm-hmm. because there's no voting him out. There's no trying to get rid of him.
That's why I was in the middle of.
Yeah,
Well,
so
my football pants are really dirty.
I can tell you right now, because the way our country is, and we can't come together as a people for anything at all. Not a single thing can we come together as a people.
Mm-hmm.
Our children are dying, but we can't come together and say this isn't right. Let's stop it. How I don't understand this. Another shootings. You know, there's been shootings. There's a mass stabbing. It's like, why can't we figure this shit out?
Where's the mass stabbing at?
I think that was actually in Canada. I think.
Oh yeah, it was in Canada because I know there's a dude that's in my grade who's from like a part of Canada. I don't know what part though. And he's like, "Oh, the people in Canada are nice." And then another kid, he was like, "There was a mass stabbing, 19 injured, and I don't remember how many said were dead."
Yeah.
And he's like, "That's a different part of Canada."
Right. that's the ghetto.
That's the other.
That's
part.
Canada's ghetto. But we can't come together on that at all. We also can't, as a people, get our judicial system.
Or what?
Judicial system, courts, or
Ah.
that, like, literally, where I'm going with this is that, like, if you have a bag of weed on you and you get arrested, you're going to jail longer than a rapist or a murderer.
I know, it's so stupid.
How does any of that make sense? I don't get that at all. But we cannot come together enough that there's no way ever we would be able to be under a monarch or a king, queen, you know, which is fine. We escaped that. You know what I mean? That was the whole point. You know, our freedom was our freedom from England. We didn't want that. That's fine. Whatever. Well, I can't say we weren't involved in that. I mean, that's why we came over to America, was to get away from that. But it's crazy. And I'm not saying their country is great and they have all this wonderful stuff. They don't. Like I have friends over there in the UK, and say you're sick, we'd have to make an appointment, and we wouldn't be able to get you in for 6 months, maybe. You know, like their healthcare system is horrible. And there's some other stuff that I'm like, whoa, really? What? They do have fun things, like they all call each other cunts. That's not even a bad word there. Like,
Really?
hey, you cunt. Yeah, it's weird. Fag. Fag's not a bad word. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go grab a fag. They're just talking about going and having a cigarette.
Yeah, I was about to say, isn't
Weird.
fag just another word for cigarette?
Yeah. It just goes back to we're a bunch of fucking idiots over here and we make things bad that aren't bad. But no, it's just crazy. I didn't really hear much of Riley. What's your opinion on it? Like, how do you feel that she's
Oh, wait, me.
that she's has passed away today?
So
They did say
sad.
now I started, you know, I get to work in the morning after I drop you guys off. I get there about 7:45. I turn on the news. Right away on the news, it was breaking news that the Queen was in the hospital.
She was
And
sick.
the doctors were telling the family, you need to come see her. So right away I was like, oh shit, this isn't good. If the doctor's saying you need to come see your grandma, your mom, you know, your sister, it's bad,
Very bad.
you know? So I was like, oh shit, it's happening. I didn't know it was going to happen that quick. As far as I remember when I was watching the news, Prince Harry didn't even make it there in time.
That's so sad.
Well,
What?
he also lives in California now. They left. He's no longer the Duke of Earl, Duke whatever he was over there. He renounced that, and him and Meghan Markle live in California. So obviously he's the farthest away.
I know, but this is so
But
sad.
yeah, I mean to get there and see your grandma. So he didn't make it before she passed away. I believe right after it came across my phone that she had passed away. They're like he was on his way here. He was in a car driving when it happened. So that does suck, especially with the past stuff that's been going on. I don't even know if how he'd left things with his grandma before he.
What happened?
There was a whole lot. Go back and look it up. There's a whole lot going on, and it wasn't saying she was. There were some racist comments because Meghan Markle's half black. Supposedly there's some racial shit that's going on, that she wasn't treated well there, and not by the Queen. She had nothing but good stuff to say about the Queen. But I mean, you're literally telling your grandma, you guys can't be nice to my wife. I'm no longer royalty. I'm moving to the United States. Probably didn't leave it on the best terms. I know him and his brother weren't on the best terms, so I don't know how well it was. And that's always something like, I mean, you don't want to fight and yell and call your grandma a name, and then 6 days later she dies, and you're like, that's how it ended? You know what I mean? So I don't know. It might have been nice. They could have left on good terms. For all I know, he could have had talked to her multiple times since then. I don't know. I'm just saying it will suck. It would suck to be him if that is how it was, because that's killing him that he didn't even get to make it there in time. But how do you feel about it that she's
Sad.
just sad? Do you know anything about Prince Charles? I keep saying Prince, King Charles. Yeah, there's really not a whole lot I know either. I know he was the Duke and Earl and Guardian and whatever of like so
Said
much
and
different.
So much in one sentence.
Oh, there was a lot. Do you want me to find it and read it to you? It was crazy.
No.
I mean, it ended up like, it was like Duke of Sussex, Earl of this, blah, 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 blah. And it got down there like, screw this, and just started putting abbreviation, like letters, like mom's CPA, BFG, DDD. It was like GQ, boom, boom, boom. Like, I mean, it was that long on my phone. It was
Wow.
ridiculous. I'm like, holy crap, don't get a business card. Don't get a business card. All right, Riley, are you sad about the Queen?
Yes.
Do you know anything about her son?
No, except my friends are dumb and said he's gay.
Yeah, Riley came home and like, did you know that King Charles is gay? I'm like, no, he's not. Him and his wife were literally on TV today. They were literally, him and his wife flew from their home to get over to the Queen in a helicopter.
Why a helicopter? That's slower than a plane.
Not necessarily. Planes take forever first to take off. Second, I mean, you're just going from here to here. Helicopter gets up in the air fast and it'll get there. Planes have to get up to a certain altitude, so they got to climb a lot, then go over, then come back down. Helicopters go bloop, bloop, bloop.
True, I guess.
No, I mean, you don't want to take a helicopter from here to China. You know what I mean? But from going like from Scotland to London, or from London to Scotland, either way you're going, that's not that bad. So next topic I have. Who here likes haunted places? Well, you got people can't see you raising your hand, Bug.
Yes, I can.
Kinda.
Obviously, they
So-
all have
I'm in the
cameras
middle.
here. They
I'm in
can
the
see
middle.
us.
You guys remember the
Obviously.
murder house here in Boise? We've driven you by a couple times where the guy was murdered in the basement,
Was
chopped
he-
up into a bunch of pieces, and then dumped into a lake.
I didn't know he was dumped into a lake.
Yeah. So that house has now hit lists as one of the most haunted places in America.
It's cool.
Why? Or how?
Sad. It's sad what happened there, but it's cool.
A dude was murdered and chopped up. That is like one of the most
bet if his spirit-
horrific deaths ever. It's not
Dad.
like he died in his sleep.
Dad.
It was a horrible death. So he's still haunting the place.
I bet he's an angry entity now, and an
Entity, you had it right.
entity.
Probably. So
Because what happened to him was terrible.
yeah.
What house was this? Because I feel like we've driven.
So you know where Dutch Bros
oh,
is?
that one.
Yeah, Dutch Bros right on the corner of Broadway there.
Mhm.
And we turn down that street right behind it. Linden.
Last year when Mom was picking us up and we drove by it, started talking about it, and Mom just like Mom told me to research it and look and read about it, and I did, and it was terrible what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, it was not a good thing at all.
It's crazy.
So that was cool. I mean, it's what happened to him
Don't
wasn't
laugh.
good. Well, because I said he's murdered. That was cool.
It's cool that it's the most.
It's
haunted
cool
place.
yeah, it's bringing like, oh, look at Boise.
Yeah, but it's not cool what happened.
And
there.
I like haunted places. I love haunted places.
Me too.
One of my favorite tours that we did in New Orleans was the haunted tour. There is
I
so
wanna go on
much
a haunted tour.
so much haunted stuff that you learn about in New Orleans. It's awesome. New Orleans is a great place. And
Well,
anybody
no,
who
never
says
been
it's
there.
horrible can piss off. Yes, their crime rate is horrible. There's a lot of death. There's a lot of murder, a lot of robberies. It's a big city. It's what happens. But the
feel like-
history of New Orleans is awesome. Cajun food. Best food
I want to go
ever.
to New Orleans.
Ever. It's just so much history there. It's awesome.
Are you really watching football right now?
So yes, cemeteries are like above ground. You know why?
Because their bodies are underground.
No,
I don't
no.
know.
Because, well, first off, most of them are burned.
What?
Cremated.
Mm.
If they're not, but the tombs are above the ground because it floods so much there,
Really?
and the ground is so soft because it's all used to be swampland.
That's
So it's soft, marshy. So like, it would rain and flood a lot, and then bodies just popping up out of the ground and floating down Main Street.
That would be horrifying.
Right? So now they have catacombs and tombs above ground. And they're set up, no joke, like little cities within New Orleans.
Really?
You go to a cemetery, you walk in, there's stop signs, there's street signs. Like,
It's kind of cool.
you could reside on King and Queen Street, you know, and you're in that tomb. I mean, you're dead,
cool,
but
though.
it is. And I'll show you pictures. I have a lot of pictures of the tombs and stuff, but they're awesome. They're beautiful, big, beautiful things. Now,
The graveyard in Idaho City was cool. though.
crazy part about this
Yes, it was.
is you can go into one, you can see one tomb and you're like, okay, I see 2 slots where casket would go. So here's
You really
one, here's
couldn't
2.
think of the word
I
casket?
I could not. Coffin, whatever. But so that 2 slaughter there, you'd be like, oh, the guy was doing the thing. He's like, you would think there's a whole 2 people, right? I'm like, yeah. He goes, probably more like 250 people. So they get really hot because it gets hot and humid down there. So they you know, it dissolves and goes into little
It's a
pieces.
lot of people.
They just sweep them back. There's little trenches that then go into underground. You just sweep the ashes, crumbs, whatever of these people
The crumbs of the people.
into the little troughs, and they just go underground. And then here comes another one. So you can get in there and you open up and down there, and you just see this pile of like ashes,
people.
dirts, and shit, and that's like 200 people.
It's crazy.
So I'm sure these cemeteries are got some hauntings going on.
Yeah, Dad.
Yeah,
So I said the graveyard in Idaho City that we went to was
I
really
do love
cool.
that. That one is an awesome
And you know
cemetery.
what was even cooler? How many unknown graves there were.
Those were my favorite. And you remember what the guy at the museum said about those, right?
No.
A lot of those.
Aren't they unknown because didn't that graveyard also catch on fire or burn or something like that?
That was part. But a lot of those unknowns that were there that you could still see and that had been there forever. Idaho City was a mining city.
It was.
Yeah, so there would be people.
I wasn't paying attention to him, to be
There
honest.
would be people coming in from all over the world. There was people from China, Japan, whatever, that were there. And back then, I mean, there was really no law. You can go out in the middle of the street in the middle of the day and shoot somebody in the head, because he stole something from you. Nobody knew who this person was. He didn't live there. He was mining. So
That makes sense. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
there's a lot of those unknowns. And then, of course, there's the fire. Also, there was a flood and half that mountain slid down. Bodies and all just popping up out of the ground when it slid down. But yeah, it's just crazy. And then, so that's why it's also sectioned off. So like, as you're walking through it, like we did, you got military section over here. You got Chinatown section over here because they can't be buried with the military. They can't be buried with the common folk. They're beneath us kind of thing. Cause that's how it was. And the ones that are still here, which sucks, is because they should have been shipped back. Just like in New Orleans, same thing. They came here to fight in our war and help us and whatever. And they should have been shipped back, but we're like, fuck you, China. We're bigger than you. Now we're gonna be dicks and not send your dead back. So there's a lot of issues there, but it's crazy.
Also, it was like I think we went off the thing, but when we walked up the side of the hill thing, it was cool because I don't think that was like part of the way you should have gone. But on that hill,
Yeah, no, we got lost and we ended up
Yeah.
just hiking up the side of the hill.
yeah. But it was so cool because then you really got to see all the unknown graves.
Yeah, just randomly you're walking up and like, oh, there's
look
a
at that
broken
tree. There's
headstone.
an unknown
Yeah.
grave right there now.
When we took our ride to Idaho City with Dan, Tana, Papa Fred, we ended up there for a little bit, but we didn't get to stay long. Sad. We had to.
Sucks. That graveyard's cool.
Yeah. Some issues with Annie and Heidi, and it just kind of cut it short. But yeah, it was awesome, and I was explaining that to
Yeah.
Dan, and we wanted to spend more time. I was going to take Dan down that, like, not up it. I was going to go the back way. We're going to go down, and then we'll walk around the straight path. I'm not climbing up the side of the mountain again. But yeah, I got a lot more
But yeah,
pictures.
Dad, it's really cool because if you like leave the trail of the way of the like actual graveyard, then you really get to see all the cool unknown broken gravestones and stuff.
We have some old ones here in Boise, but yeah, they're not like. I hate to say this because it sounds bad. Cemeteries here are upkept and they're so nice that it's like,
It's not really as cool as
Cool.
like Idaho City's
yeah,
graveyard.
cool. You died in 1850
Like
of dysentery. I'm sorry.
so sad.
Your tombstone looks like you spent $1 million. Where like these ones, you're like, whoa. Same with in New Orleans, you're like, holy cow. You could see they died a long time ago. Idaho City, you've seen the somebody came out here with a chisel and carved your name into this when you died. Like, it's old, which is awesome. Those wooden ones that you say unknown, those are awesome.
You know what was really sad about the Idaho City though?
What's that?
Like the graveyard was how many like infants were there and how many babies.
There was a lot, but again, if
It
you
was
looked
really
at the
sad.
dates, and I believe it was Idaho City was on as part of the Oregon Trail.
I think so. Yeah.
Because I know Glenn's Ferry was, and I think Idaho City is. But anyways, there was just it.
It happened.
It is very sad, but obviously their medical knowledge was shit back then.
And also, if it was part of the Oregon Trail, and like say your baby fell off the wagon, you can't stop everyone just to grab it.
Yeah, they
Like,
didn't
you have to
have car
continue.
seats and seatbelts on those wagons.
Like you got to continue. Like sorry, your baby died, but you have to keep moving. You can't stop everyone.
Yeah, so you pick up the body and you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe bury it on your stop somewhere in between, or
Because like the
if
wagons,
you're headed home, you want to bring it home and bury it in your plot
because
in
the
your yard,
wagons
whatever.
were being pulled by animals. Like you can't just stop the animal right away to grab your baby that fell.
Now,
Just
Riley, you
jump
still awake
out.
over there?
No, he fell asleep. That's why I said just jump out.
Right. He said that right as I was about to say it, and it just came out at the same time. Did you like the cemetery in Idaho City?
Yeah, it's cool.
What about the cemetery in New Orleans? Oh, that's right. You didn't get to go.
You guys never take us to any of the good places.
Yeah,
It's
you only take us
expensive.
to California.
Now look. And what
California's
happens?
cool, though.
Wait, but what happens when we go to California?
It's not cool.
Universal
we, like,
Disneyland.
I wanna go back.
Can I go sit in the hotel?
Okay, but that's because all the stores got super boring.
I'm just saying, like, anytime we take you guys on a trip, Disneyland, New Orleans, or not New Orleans, Disneyland, Universal Studio, even Oregon, like, you guys aren't fun to be around because one of
I
you.
am awesome.
I had fun.
I didn't say you're not awesome. I just said you're not fun to be around because on
fun.
trips. Because one of you was like, oh, I'm tired. Oh, this is boring.
In Universal,
Oh, I don't
didn't-
like this.
In Universal, I went on every ride except two, which
In
was our Harry
Universal,
Potter
that's
roller
Carter.
coaster thing, and we didn't go on the Mummy one. Those are the only two rides I didn't go on.
Disneyland was Carter too, and I get that, but
No,
I'm just
you
saying,
didn't
no
get-
matter where we go, a trip we take, one of the three of you, is a downer, a Debbie Downer, and you make the trip not fun.
Okay, but that's
listen.
because all three of us do like different things though.
Therefore,
Different
we don't take you on the fun trips.
yeah,
Listen.
which we're gonna fight now. What?
You didn't go on the Minions one and the pet one.
Oh yeah, we didn't go. So
Couldn't
four
get to the
rides.
pet one.
But that's because they were
It was
digital.
a 2-hour wait.
And they were digital things, and
One of
they
them
were
was
sold out.
shut
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
You didn't go on the Simpsons one. You would have loved it.
Dude, that one was so fun.
Because I thought it was like like
No, I told you.
if
was
it
a
was like the
simulation.
Harry Potter, I would hate it.
No. So literally,
Harry
you're getting a
Potter one
car,
was so fun.
probably the width of these two chairs together, right? So we would all line up on one row,
Well, there's also a front with two
and
people.
yeah, I know.
Two people.
And a bar comes down, but the bar stops like right here. I could literally have gotten up and walked away. It's just because you're sitting in a roller
So then
coaster
it's
seat.
not crazy.
No, it
like a
looks
car.
like it's it looks like you're sitting in one of the roller coaster cars, and so the bar comes down like a roller coaster because you're on
The
a 3D thing
doors-
where you are a roller coaster.
Dad,
But what happens instead of it raising up and moving around like in
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, walls drop down and there's a screen right here, so it does a little jiggling and a little jerking, but it doesn't do anything. It's all just digital.
So it won't go
It was
down
so
like
fun.
that.
No, it's like having VR on your face.
So it won't go down like that.
No.
Dad, the doors that came down though were really cool though.
Yeah, it was fun. You really would have liked it.
I hate the Harry Potter because you just go up and then
See, I love the Harry Potter because I can
I
kick my
love the
legs.
Harry Potter one
Then-
so much.
then out of nowhere you're like in a tight tunnel, kind of. It looks like you just.
Oh, and Dad,
Yeah,
I think
I was
why-
like a little kid. I'm like
Dad,
kicking my legs.
I think another reason why I didn't like the Harry Potter one was because the ride did shut down like halfway through it though when he went on it.
And we're just dangling
Yes.
like this.
Who cares?
Was it on a Dementor one?
It was right with the spiders.
Yeah, so I think we were at a Dementor.
Yeah. What'd you think of Transformers?
That one was cool.
Isn't that awesome?
It
Like
was
when they
so
shoots
cool.
The bullet scared me because I didn't realize
and
you
you
would actually
feel the heat. Yeah, it was awesome.
Mom told us you would.
I wasn't.
But
paying
I
attention
didn't
to Mom.
think you'd feel it that good. You just. Whoa.
Those I like the simulation rides the best though.
Yeah.
Like
Wait,
roller
Dad,
coasters
so-
are fun and all, but
Dad.
you don't get like cool experiences.
So the Simpsons one, or whatever, it's like Transformers, where it just moves back, like
Yeah.
turns. Oh,
yeah, it's except in Transformers the car is actually moving,
yeah.
but in the Simpsons it's just like the car's just moving around.
You're kind of like on a trampoline kind of thing. It bounces and moves and jerks, but it doesn't actually like
No, wait. Me and Mom did go on the Minion one.
You did? Oh yeah, we were getting pretzels and stuff.
Mom's scream giggle is really funny.
Oh yeah, Dad.
yeah.
You and me were. I was like playing at the water park or whatever, and
That was the Minion? I thought that was Transformers were sitting
Dad.
at the restaurant. Yeah.
So, did you ever go on the Minion one?
Yeah. I went on it with Izzy.
You know, when
easy.
you know. How
So
it's like,
me and Mom, the first time I took your mom there, because I'd been there a few times, but we
Were
met.
you
It was
rich?
for Mother's Day. No.
Then
We
how'd
left you guys
take
here.
her?
It was Mother's Day. We went and met my mom and Josh and Tessa and Julie, Chris and Izzy were all there. And Izzy and I went on the Minions while they went and did something else.
That's.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, on the Minion one, where it's like you're falling and you're about to bounce.
Yeah.
Mom, because like you actually kind of tip forward a bit. Mom was scream giggling so loud. I think everyone in there heard her, and we were in the back row. It was kind of funny.
Did you hear me on Jurassic World?
No.
We got up to because first off, I was already
Jurassic
cramped.
World,
I love
hate
I am
Jurassic
too
World.
big to be in the front row. I was cramped. Right? I'm
We
all
were in the
bent.
front row.
Yeah, we were in the very front.
You were behind us, weren't you?
No, I was in the same row.
We were all in the same row. We were very front row. And
fun.
we get to the edge, we're like, oh shit. And then we dropped.
It was so fun though.
I hate it because it's all black and then there's just a dinosaur at top and Mom's like, yep, this is it. And you just, no. Except it goes by so fast.
Dad,
I do not feel bad that I lied to you about how steep it was.
I'm surprised he didn't see it because you could clearly see how high it was.
Well, it
I'm
could have just
surprised
been
you didn't
roof like
see it.
it could have just been roof with like tall animatronics and stuff.
Dude, that was clearly how tall it was. It was so funny.
It was fun, though. You had fun.
No, I didn't.
You're a liar.
I had fun until the drop.
I don't want to say tramp cart because I don't think that's the right word.
Tramp cart, yeah.
You know what I want to know?
What?
I'm talking about haunted places. How did we get onto freaking Universal Studios that we
I have no
did a
idea.
year ago?
It wasn't a year ago.
Get
was
back
it?
to haunted places.
No.
How
'cause
did we
it's-
switch to universe?
I don't know, but it's
'Cause-
over.
Oh, because we started talking about
New
graveyards in the New
Orleans, and
Orleans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back to haunted places.
So, would you guys
Good so
stay in a haunted house?
Yes.
Real haunted house?
Yes.
No, not even for money?
Yes.
For $1 billion, yes, I would.
Do you know
I
me,
would-
Mom, and Carter lived in a haunted house for a year?
Yeah, you guys
I
won't
know.
stop talking about the story. Dad, I would stay there for free. That'd be awesome.
So,
I hate haunted places, but I kind of like watching haunted
but see,
movies.
the
I would
thing is,
spend money to
Aunt
stay
Mindy's
at
house is haunted.
places. It is?
Huh?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it
Whose
is. I
house
forgot
is
about
Aunt
that.
Mindy.
Does she still live there?
Mm-hmm.
I had a weird dream there once when we stayed the night. It
I
was
saw the ghost walk up the stairs.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I thought it was your mom.
Riley, it was before you and me were born.
There's no way you saw a ghost.
Yes,
Riley,
I'm serious.
you can see ghosts sometimes, you know. They're not always just like,
And she
No.
wasn't a bad ghost. She was a very good ghost. She was friendly. I did.
See, I like good ghosts.
There have been
ghosts I
places I've been in that are haunted that give me that creepy feeling. I'm like, fuck no, I got to get out of here.
I like how you can sense when there's a bad spirit sometimes.
Yeah, and like I've told the story many times, but I was cleaning carpets in this one house in the basement, and someone tugged on my shirt, and I'm like, I'm almost done. I thought Marvin had come to talk to me. Then it literally grabbed my arm and pulled and turned me, and I said, and nobody was there.
That'd be horrifying.
I was like, fuck no, and I got out of that house.
Dad, that'd be so scary, but so awesome.
My dad lived in a haunted house, but his house is weird. Nobody wanted to go in his basement. And one way you knew it was really haunted is because animals, dogs and kids are very open to it. Like they can see and sense it a lot more than adults can.
Didn't Carter see a dead man with a bullet hole in his head?
In the
once?
house we lived in, a little girl
Really?
he used to play with in the closet, and there was a man with a hole in his head.
Really?
Yes.
I only knew about the girl.
And Carter said
I knew about both.
Carter always played with the little girl, but was afraid of the man with the hole in his head.
That'd be horrifying to hear your small child say to you.
He
though.
was 2. It's not like he made it up or saw it on a movie.
I know, but I know, and that would be so scary. Your 2-year-old saying that there's a man with a hole in his head in his room,
Yeah.
watching him.
Yeah. And my dad's house,
Wait, Dad.
the dogs would not go down in the basement.
Dad, I have a
Because
question.
dogs are really good at sensing things.
If you picked, hold on, Riley. If you picked up the dog and you carried it down to the basement, it would run right up the stairs.
That's
Would not
because-
stay down
yeah,
there with you.
But Dad, dogs can like sense stuff that humans most of the time can't.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Dogs and kids are very open to it. Only thing we did find out, and I believe this is right, and I'm sure my dad will tell me if I was wrong. Was that at one part 100 cats were burned in the basement,
No.
Wait, at the same time?
like alive, like
Dude, I just got major chills.
Yeah.
Wait, Dad.
100 cats were burned down there?
Dad.
if I am correct on that, yeah. And I was like, whoa,
Dad.
what,
For like-
what?
When Carter's 2 and Ghost Thingy, when you guys walked in there, could you guys see it?
No, we never saw it.
But isn't it because adults aren't really, like, adults can't really see
But-
those things, but kids and animals can?
One thing that I did was I heard it.
You heard it? Which one?
Yeah.
Both? The girl, the dude?
No, I didn't. There wasn't talking, so I always got a creepy feel. I heard our cupboards would open and slam shut, like 2, 3 in the morning. You could just hear them slamming. I'm like, what the hell? I kept a bat next to the bed, and I would get that bat and go out there. One part, it sounded like somebody was running around on our roof. Our roof was so steep, there's no way possible, but that's what it sounded like.
Yeah, you guys told me about how you guys heard footsteps on the roof once in that
Always.
house.
I would go outside, and I'm like running around, and I'm looking
Dad,
for somebody.
Can we watch a funny movie today?
Our faucets turned on a few times.
Dad, I don't know why, but this stuff is just creeping me out.
The basement was the creepiest spot because it was an unfinished basement.
Mm-hmm.
There was an old coal burning stove that wasn't used. And then halfway through, it just stopped, and there was a concrete wall. And it was probably about a 4 foot, 4 foot hole.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it went the whole width of the house, but tall.
That'd
You had
be
the floor.
cool.
It was dirt and gravel, and it was creepy, and it was dark. You couldn't see in there. And I would get a massively creepy feeling
Those places are always haunted.
in that basement.
Unfinished basements.
But the only way to get to the attic of
Or
that
just
house
basements in
was...
every house Quinn's, that was a haunted house.
Yeah, their house
It was
is
crazy.
haunted.
I was still talking.
You're fine. Shut up.
Wait, wasn't it a good ghost though in the baby's room?
I don't know, but I know me and Pace were down like in their basement area because wasn't Quinn's bedroom down there too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know if Quinn and Carter were in Quinn's room, but me and Pace were there and like just playing. I don't know what game we were playing.
Legos.
But, no, but like there's like this table there,
Mm-hmm. The Lego
and that was
table.
like I think so. And there's a base, but then the table started shaking and Pace was like, oh, that's just the ghost, and I'm like, okay, yeah.
Wasn't it a good ghost though?
I think so.
I've heard that it's a good ghost sound like going to baby's room. Cause I knew it would usually be in the baby's room.
What's his name?
The ghost?
No, their younger brother.
Oh, I don't know.
I feel like it's Dax.
Yes.
Okay, wait, Dad. So, you know why I really like the Conjuring movies? Because those are based off true stories of Ed and Lorraine Warren.
You know,
so
the
cool.
Annabelle movies are based off true story,
Oh
too.
yeah, and those two. They're so cool.
So, two things.
Mm-hmm.
So, I love horror.
Same.
I don't get scared by it.
Same.
I do.
So, horror movies are like ghosts, witches,
Wait,
vampires.
can I say something?
What?
I get scared by the YouTube music video Thriller.
Okay. Horror movies are like I said, ghosts, witches,
Mm-hmm.
gremlins, goblins, Frankenstein,
Awesome horror movies. They're
Freddy
awesome.
Krueger, stuff that isn't real, so it doesn't scare me. Those are horror movies. Freddy Krueger, Jason, Michael Myers, that kind of
I
stuff.
haven't seen a lot of
Okay.
those.
That's a horror movie. I have a question here for you guys. This is something we've
We?
talked about a couple times on here.
We.
Not we, the three of us. We
No,
as
we as in yes in French. Continue.
okay. Speak English.
No.
One. Do you believe in vampires?
No.
Not really.
Okay, it's time to go inside. Go. No.
Okay.
Just
Reg walked
It would
out
be
the
cool if they
gets
were real,
bite.
though. That'd be awesome.
if vampires were real and you had the chance, would you become one?
I don't know. I think you may have talked about this before. Like, it would be cool because
yeah.
you could live forever, but then you have to go through all your friends' and family's deaths if they weren't vampires as well.
Yeah.
I would right away. Yes.
Yes,
Not
why?
even about it. Yes, I will be a vampire.
Why?
Like, it would be cool to be immortal and be a vampire, but
You're immortal. Yeah.
But you probably
forever.
have a very sad life.
Awesome strength.
But like Alyssa said,
You don't have to have a sad
I
life.
don't know. Wait. Let me explain. Okay, so like, yeah, like you and me talked about this before. If we were a vampire, like yeah, you'll get over your friends and family's death eventually, but you'll be sad for a very long time, and then sure you can make new friends, find new people and stuff. But
You can always find another love.
yeah, but then you
Now,
have
look.
to watch them die as well.
But look, you're not gonna be able to reproduce.
No, duh.
So say I become a vampire now. Yes, it would drive me insane, and I'd probably go lock myself in a cave for 100 years until I got over the loss of my children who I loved.
Well, I have a
But now I am talking. But once you get over that, there you could find another love. You're not gonna make more kids.
question.
So it's not
You
you're gonna
can,
have
though.
not as a vampire. Vampires can't reproduce. They're
Why
dead.
can't they?
Oh.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
dead.
They are
They're the
dead.
So it's not like you're gonna create more kids and they're gonna die.
Adopt kids.
You will probably find another love maybe, and they will die unless you shut yourself out of that. But my thing is there's so much to see and do and experience. Why not? Why not take
Yeah.
advantage of it?
Yeah, but if you're immortal and you see
But-
everything,
But it's changing.
yeah,
look
but
how much-
sometimes it takes forever.
Look
to
how much the
change.
Queen of England saw in those 70 years.
Yeah, but look at America.
Yes, but don't live in America then. So the next
Gladly.
question is vampire or werewolf. What would you choose?
Vampire.
Vampire.
Me
Because
too.
I don't know if this is like true or anything, but I did hear something about if you're a werewolf, it hurts when you have to change into the werewolf a bunch.
Yeah.
Like every full moon, you're gonna be in pain changing
I have
into
a
the werewolf,
question.
and then you can't control yourself.
But the argument for being a werewolf, you can go out in the daylight and you're not always the
Exactly.
werewolf.
Do you guys believe when you die, like you become another person? Like,
Reincarnation.
Reincarnation? Yes, I fully
Yes.
believe in reincarnation.
Me too. Do you?
kinda.
Okay,
I
but
do.
hold off. I wasn't done with the vampire stuff.
Well, you said I could talk. So.
Well, I didn't know you were going to try to change the topic before I was done.
I'm not trying to change it. I'm just,
Say you're a vampire.
We.
First, what would be your ideal age?
Ooh.
teenager.
I would have to say 20 something.
Why would you choose a teenager?
I don't know. They just seem like they have a cool life.
Okay,
You
but
can have a cool life
think
no matter
about
how old you are.
but think about this. You're a teenager, you become a vampire. Your family dies. You're still a teenager. You can't go and buy a house. You can't go and get a car. You can't go and you have to go to school for the rest of your life.
Well, I mean by teenagers, like adult teenager, like
No such thing.
okay, like
Adult
just
teenagers.
just
talk about 18,
an
that's an
adult, 18, 19. So you can buy a house.
You can't 25, I think, is like
Dad,
you
That's
can't
why I
even rent a
said-
car until you're 25.
Then why do people move out at 18?
You
buy
can rent
houses?
an apartment. I'm just saying, okay, that's fine. You can choose that. If you want 18, 19, that's fine. What was yours?
like mid 20s, like 26.
Okay.
Because then I could really do stuff on my own.
So mine was the age I am now.
Why?
Because I can blend in anywhere.
You're old though.
I'm not. I mean, I am, but I'm not. 43. Okay, just even if you go between 40 and 43, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You are the perfect age. I could be like here for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, whatever, and people start noticing I'm not getting older. I can move to Oregon. Nobody knows me there.
You got a point there.
But I'm at the age where I could buy a house. I can do this. I can. This sounds bad. Steal the identity of the people I kill, and then.
Donald.
But wait, that this part comes on another question. So just chill out there. So, I could take the identity of the people I kill and use their credit. I have a whole different name now. I'm just this man who just moved here. They don't know about my past. They don't know about my whatever.
They don't know you're a vampire.
Exactly.
But
I
aren't
could
you,
keep
like,
moving around,
really
and I
pale,
am-
like Alyssa.
No, not necessarily. Hey,
Pale
okay.
eye.
Not necessarily. But at 18, you can't blend in everywhere, especially if you don't have parents. How are you going to pull that one off? Okay. And I'm not talking shit about your thing. I'm
Fine,
just saying.
like 26,
I'm not talking shit about your
Hey.
thing. I'm just saying.
27.
Like it's easier to blend in when you're
Older.
older. Now, the most important question.
Wait, can I interrupt for a second?
What?
The also bad part about being a vampire. Well, I don't know. You could say it's bad or it's good. You could be like you could be 1,000 something because you're a vampire and you can't die, but you'll still look like 20.
Yes.
So it could be, you could think it's a good thing that you'll like never really age, or you could think it's a bad thing because if you're, say, you live, someone you know lives to 100 and goes, hey, how are you still 20?
Mhm.
Then you gotta kill him. Sorry. No,
And
no.
20, you still look young.
Exactly. So I think you do have a good point.
To
there.
where, like, your 40s, you look
already
old
have gray
enough.
hair.
Yeah. You look old enough that you could be looking like you're aging.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, then, oh, boom, diet when you move, and now you don't look aging anymore.
Exactly.
But the most important question on the vampire topic, how would you survive?
Okay, we talked about this.
Would you Twilight the shit out of it and eat animals?
Mm-hmm.
Would you be like, fuck it, I'm a vampire, I'm eating everybody? How would you do it? I'm going to tell you mine before you guys decide, okay? Mine is, I would move to Vegas, New Orleans, LA, just a big
Just
city.
everywhere.
No, just a big city that is mostly nightlife.
Mm-hmm.
Because already you don't want to go out in the day,
Obviously.
right? But that city, how they say it comes to life at night, it's so big on the nightlife.
Because it pretty much does come to life
Yeah,
at
that's
night.
when everything happens. Now, I would only eat criminals.
Yeah, we talked about this. You said you only eat criminals
So
to get rid
wait,
of them.
so you'd be like a good vampire?
In a sense, I mean, I'm still a vampire, I'm still murdering.
Would you be
But-
like a caring?
But you're
one?
getting rid of terrible
like
people.
nice
Yeah.
to people that aren't terrible.
Yes, I think because every vampire movie I've watched, books I've read, they still keep part of their, I don't want to say soul, but their conscience, the good in them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would fight and fight and fight. I mean, think of any movie you watched, even The Lost Boys, where all the vampires are like,
I've never
Gun.
seen Lost Boys.
Top Gun.
that has nothing to do with vampires.
I don't know. I just think of movies.
Lost
I want to
Boys,
see Lost Boys.
we own it. It's a great movie. It's one of my favorite vampire movies. But when the one boy becomes a vampire, he's like, get away from me. He feels it coming on. He gets his brother, his mom. He fights it so he doesn't
Hurt
bite
them.
them. Yeah. So you still have that bit of a conscience, so your inner
Mm-hmm.
good
Twilight.
person. I would do what I can, and I would go to Vegas, eat the mafia. Nobody's going to miss them at all.
I would.
They have lots of money. Live
They're
off the money you
nice.
take from the mafia.
The mafia's nice.
Do you get what I'm
They
saying?
Accept me for
Yeah.
who I am.
That's how I would survive.
You, Riley.
How would
Shut
you? How
The
would you
mafia
survive,
is-
Riley?
Twilight it or do you? What
Pick one. Pick one.
I don't
I want your opinion.
know. Then
Think about it. Bug, how would
I-
you live?
Wait, I just comment. I'd be like Edward from Twilight.
So you would live
Caring.
off of animal blood.
Yes, but also caring to people I love.
Now, I'm going to put this out there for you. Every vampire thing I've read on, you can live off of animal blood.
Well, you'll never be fully full.
You're weak. You'll be the weakest vampire there is.
Well, like I'm also
Still
gonna
stronger than a human, but
be, like I'm gonna be Edward, but also eat criminals like you would.
what would you do, Bug? How would you survive as a vampira?
See, the thing is though, like you said, when you eat, if you're vampire and you eat people, you will be stronger and not as weak as if you survive off animals. But people are kind of gross, and I don't want to put my mouth on
Dad.
them. That's kind of nasty.
Wanna know
Unless you
some-
clean them, then
Wait, wanna know something that reminds me of talking about vampires and eating people would make you stronger? That one we watched was the Asian dude. He kept killing himself, get stronger and stronger.
Oh, the one. Yeah.
yeah.
So how would you
That's
live?
I think I would have to do humans.
Just any? You'd be like, fuck it.
No, like you
Come
said,
at me, bro. And you
terrible
just eat
people.
anybody?
Not anybody. I should have been more specific.
So
My bad.
another answer that I think is a good answer, that I really haven't heard from
Mhm.
anybody, blood banks.
That's
That's
smart.
human blood. You're not killing them. You're just eating the blood banks.
Yeah, but don't
Okay,
get me
I
that
need blood to save others.
Now, yes, but say you live long enough, you get a hookup in that blood bank. They like, okay, 2 pouches of blood for the blood bank, 2 pouches of blood for you.
Pretty sure there's movies and books like that where they do have someone there.
Yeah. I'm just saying that's another good one because you're not killing people. Blood
Now, see,
reproduces.
if you said that as an option, I would have chose that.
Or how about your own personal blood bank? You have people who are like, I'm your friend. I'm going to watch you back in the day. You can donate every 2 days so many pints of blood because your blood regenerates in your body. So you have 10
Which is
people.
a cool thing about people, though.
Yeah. So you get 10 people who are like, bro, I got your back. They feed you their blood that way. You know what I mean?
You my homie.
But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's always ways, but
Why didn't you say that as an option?
I didn't want to tell you options. I didn't want to put thoughts in your head. I wanted to
didn't
know how you
a
would do it.
Blood bank is a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
He's still young and dumb.
Fair point.
Hey, dumb dumb.
I'm not dumb, you dumb.
Where's that from?
Not the museum.
It's the first.
It's the Easter Island.
Isn't it the first one?
Dad.
Well, he's in all of them, but
Yeah, but it's
first
one of
one
the
is
Easter
where-
Island head. That's where it
I
starts.
asked
Yeah.
you my question after the podcast.
Okay, hurry up. We're almost done because I'm
Okay.
gonna go on a late night
So-
bike ride with your mom.
What? So we can't.
We can't what?
I was gonna ask if we can watch something.
Yeah, after you shower.
okay, Dad.
Stinky
No, I'm
ass football
showering
fuck.
in the morning.
So I have two things to bring up. So I'm gonna start with the second one I thought of. So why I would choose like criminals like you would, because that was my option, the one I picked.
Save the turtles. Sorry. Save the little children.
So I picked like terrible people because, to be honest, I like animals more than humans at this point in life. Because
Okay.
like there are good people,
I
but
like orange.
animals.
Don't go Carter and Evan on this.
I know. I'm sorry.
Don't go Sauce and Boy Katie. Because you know what they both say? And hopefully they're wrong. They would kill a baby before they kill a puppy.
I want to do that.
That's fucked up.
I'm just saying I would.
F the baby.
I'm
Or sorry, F the puppy.
Riley. I want to do that. Like, out of like, I know there are good people who I wouldn't choose over an animal, or they're equal to an animal. But like,
I get what you're saying. Just like in movies, you're more sad. Like,
Don't
don't
interrupt
kill
me.
the puppy. Or some guy gets blown up in a meteor. You're like, don't kill the puppy.
I know, like
I get that.
there are some people that are equal to animals, in my opinion. But like, the bad animals, not really like predators like lions and stuff, because that's how they survive. They kill other animals and humans to survive. But like all these dogs, like pit bulls, get a bad reputation because their owners raised them that way.
Yes.
Like pit bulls, there are so many nice pit bulls because they have good owners.
They were originally made. They're I believe if I read this right, they're called the babysitter dog.
Yes.
And they're really good with kids. But when they're bred to be fighters and they're beat and starved and
Then they don't know what to
Yeah.
do anymore because they have to do all this, become pretty much predators to survive.
yeah.
So it really depends on how you raise the animal for it, if it's good or bad. And okay, the last thing I thought of was the vampire and werewolf thing. So like I said, when you turn into a werewolf, you're in excruciating pain. And it's like every full moon, pretty much. And a vampire. So the werewolf, when you're a werewolf, you can't really control yourself. Like, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Because like you see something and you're hungry, you're gonna go and try to eat it. A vampire, you still have a bit of control, and like, I'm not gonna eat you because I care about you. A werewolf is like, oh, I'm hungry, I see you, I can't control myself, I'm gonna eat you.
Yeah. I gotcha.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Well, let's end this because your brother's already being annoying.
He's always
You want to take us out, Bug?
Dad bods out, bitches.